Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of the Nerdwave Plays. So let's jump right into it. We are about ready to wrap up the Doll Headland, which is too bad because I kind of like this area. I wish there'd be some more quests here. But yeah, a couple quests, knock that out, and we're on our way to New Haven. But before, we need to ammo up. I checked the tracking on my mini G-Box, and it's in the mail. It's en route. It actually, the buyer, or rather the seller, it looks like they drop shipped it directly from China. So, yeah, it shipped, I think it shipped late last week sometime. So, based on the tracking, it looks like I should be getting it tomorrow. So, looking forward to that. And maybe we'll do a change of pace. Maybe we'll do an unboxing video. Definitely not what I'm used to and not part of the format, but let's experiment. You know, let's give it a shot. Okay, so let's go grab a vehicle and let's head out. Hope everyone's having a good week. It is actually a Tuesday evening. Normally I record Mondays, but I don't know. Yesterday I was just, I don't know if I got the lazies or whatever, but I was just like, man, I was just binging some, you know, I was just kind of chilling, you know, kind of watching some TV, and then I popped in a movie, and I was like, man, I was just so relaxed and kind of vibing. I'm like, I don't think I want to record today. Like, I didn't have that, I wasn't in the mood, maybe. Maybe that's the right word for it.
It's time!
Alright, bruh. But today I was looking forward to today. Kind of weird how it kind of comes and goes. It's sort of like exercise too. You ever find it's like, you know, yes, exercise is good for you. No one's gonna argue against that. But there's just days you're like, man, I really don't want to, and like you don't have that motivation. So it's like, you know what, I'm gonna take a day off or have a chill day. But then the next day it's like, you know what, I'm back into it. Like, you're just so much more motivated. It's almost like you want to make up for the lost time in a way. I don't know, maybe that's not exactly how it is, but it sort of feels that way. Like, you're just like, man, you know what? I can't believe I missed yesterday, so today we're gonna push it even harder. Or you just have that desire to go and exercise. I don't know, hard to say. Alright, little buddy. Alright.
Let's teach him a lesson!
Trying to plan out the weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. What the? How in the... Who was shooting me from that distance? Oh, it was this guy. I was like, where's all that fire coming from? Yeah, I haven't decided. What. But Memorial Day weekend's coming up this weekend. So we're, you know, like a lot of places, our office is closed Monday, so we all have the day off. which should be pretty cool. But I'm actually debating. And more than likely, well, I'll probably sleep on it. But I actually had the thought today. I'm like, you know what? I should take a half day Friday. I can't take a full day. I'd like to, but I already have one of my staff who's going to be off on Friday. So I don't want to be down 2 people the whole day. But if it's just a half day, like, that's not too bad. Like, if it's just a half day. Nailed it. Gotcha. Yeah, I was like, you know, one of my staff is gonna be working a full day. The other ones has the day off, so I'm like, okay, well, I definitely can't take the whole day off. But I'm like, maybe I could just work a half day, go in, and like I go in like at 7 in the morning, or that's my official start time. Like, it's 7 a.m. But normally I'm in the office around 6:30, 6:45. On the days I go in. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think a short day sounds pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. No, let's keep this corrosive weapon because we might need it. We'll keep that because we don't have a revolver. We'll keep you. Oh yeah, this one's just much nicer. I think we can go ahead and sell this. I don't think we're going to use it. Same with the rubberized grenades. We'll just stick to this bad boy. Okay. Shotguns out. Alright. So yeah, maybe we'll kick off the long weekend a little early. I had some plans, but unfortunately they fell through, so I'm gonna kind of brainstorm today, kind of think, okay, what can we do for the weekend? Definitely want to schedule a nice gaming session there. Crazy strong shields. Grenade.
Oh yeah, that was all
Boom.
me.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't decided. I'm like, I do want to have a gaming sesh. Maybe we'll set some movies out.
Another notch on my whip.
Boom. There it is. Yeah, I do want to have some time set for gaming. I had been replaying the Resident Evil 2 remake again. I just finished the second playthrough for Leon, or the second run, and I just started Claire's second run. So want to get some time with that. Let's see, anything good?
This'll help.
What's good? Rocket launcher. Okay, well, not bad. Just, you know, we can sell it. So I think Friday, yeah, if I go in at 7, I'll be out by 11. Can swing by, pick up lunch, and then start the weekend early. It's been pretty slow. Well, I wouldn't say slow, but it's been pretty steady at work, so, you know, I can probably get by with a half day. And then head back on Tuesday and get caught up. The boss is pretty chill about those things, so I'll probably put my time in tomorrow. And I still have so much vacation time, so it's not, I mean, I'm not going to use it all. Like even like last year. I mean, last year I hardly took any vacation last year at all. I mean, I ended up cashing out most of my vacation time in 2020. So let's see here. Yeah. Why don't we stop by that base real quick, ammo up, and then let's head out. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to.
You can't ever be too rich, too good looking, or too well armed.
Not really using the submachine gun, the shotgun I'm using, but I'm not really running out of rounds. Yeah, I think we got enough.
Lally-one guns shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
Alright, let's get to it. Remember the trick there, like, the fight's a little weird because, like, it's meant to be fought in the vehicle, but I've always found it, like, combat in the vehicle is, it's not smooth. Like, it feels a little, like, I thought Borderlands 2, they greatly improved the vehicle control. It feels more fluid, more natural. It always kind of feels awkward driving. I mean, just getting from point A to point B is easy enough, but when you're actually fighting, like, that's always the weird spot here. So here's, oh no, wait, we have to go through to trigger it. So alright, well, let's see how much we can do driving around like a madman. Whoa, that didn't last long at all. Holy cow. Holy, what? That son of a bitch ran me over. What the frack? Did not see that coming. At least it was a quick death, Roland. Sorry, bro. Okay, well, let's see if we can. All right. You know what I was thinking about the other day was, you ever wonder how there's so much variety now with streaming, but you kind of end up just rewatching the same stuff you did before. Got him. It's like, I got my favorite shows just like everyone. But you end up just rewatching your favorites again and again and again and again. You know what? I got an idea here. Let's transport ourselves to the vehicle.
Let's get you rolling.
There we go. Just you end up just rewatching the same stuff over and over, and just certain things just kind of resonate with you more than other shows. And you know, it's not like I never watch new shows ever, but you know, you find something. Like, I think there's a lot of really good shows that just didn't get like, I mean, it's not a theory, but you know, if you've heard of that thing with, like, you know, the twin movies, you know, that can also happen with TV shows. Like, two TV shows come out around the same time, and they kind of have a pretty similar premise, plot. For instance, the two that come to mind that are most recent are Silicon Valley and Betas. And Silicon Valley came out on HBO, and Betas came out on Amazon Prime. And Betas got a single season. Well, let's backtrack. Both shows are about basically these tech startup companies in Silicon Valley. How crazy, messed up that world is. And they're both great shows. They're both funny and they're both comedies. But it's like Betas had a different style of comedy. So I mean, I found the humor. I think Mike Judge wrote or produced, or he was involved with Silicon Valley, so you kind of see the sense of humor. You know, if you've ever watched you know, any other movies he's been involved with, if your Idiocracy comes to mind, fantastic movie. Really, really good movie. Oh boy. Where Dunsi's there. Shit. You know, if you like that style of humor, you'll probably like Silicon Valley. You know, it's not like an amazing show by no means. But it's really good. You know, it's really funny, really. Although I preferred Betas. I thought Betas was, I don't know, I found the sense of humor used in Betas like a bit more, you know, like I resonated with more. But that one got a season, and then it was gone. And it kind of ended on like a cliffhanger. Like they were building up for season 2. It's not like it just like abruptly ends and, you know, season 2 could have been something new. No. It was like there was a lot of build up and a lot of oh man, now he's back to full power. So, you know, that one just kind of got, it seems like it just didn't get a chance, or they canceled it for whatever reason. I haven't really researched it too much, so I don't know why. But in Betas, or rather in Silicon Valley, in not the first season, maybe the second or third, one of one of the characters from one of the main characters from Betas has like a short role, and I think they're kind of poking fun at the at the fact that it got canceled too early and he was looking for work, or I forget the joke or the punchline, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but it was pretty funny. I'm like no way. I mean, yeah, it was nice to put him there, and I was like, I'll just have this desire to rewatch it from time to time. There's some older, again, and I've got so much in my queue, and it's like I'll never get through it all. I know I won't, but it's also like, do I really want it? I kind of like just having that variety and that choice. It's like, I'll never get through this, but I'll get through a chunk of it, given some time. And that's okay. I don't have to finish it. But there's just stuff you'll just go and rewatch. Like, in fact, I was thinking I want to rewatch Malcolm in the Middle again. Again, a mix of the rose-colored nostalgia glasses, because I was, must have been in middle school when that show came out, so I was about the age of the main character, and while I certainly was no genius like he was, I felt, I kind of resonated with him the most over the other characters. Francis, the oldest brother, was the troublemaker who got shipped off to military school, and I was a pretty good kid, so didn't really see a lot of common with him. The next oldest brother was Reese, and he was kind of like a bully type of a character. Always, he seemed to kind of like pick fights, with his younger brothers, and that's not me either. And then, Dewey was interesting. Dewey was the youngest sibling, but he was kind of weird, because he didn't seem to have a strong personality at first. He was just kind of there. He was just the weird, the very strange younger brother. And he was just kind of there for the first, I think, because he was still pretty young and maybe kind of finding his role. But eventually, it turns out that he's this musical genius, and that's they kind of start to base his personality off that. But he was always just kind of an oddball sidekick type of a kid. But yeah, definitely Malcolm was just, I think just because he was just very misunderstood, and it's like he was just trying to fit in, trying to find his place in the world, and he tried so hard, just it's like he kind of wanted just to be a normal kid, but he was a genius, he was really smart. So he wasn't a normal kid. He wasn't just another face in the crowd. There was something special about him. Whoops.
I've received proof of Mad Mel's demise. Claptraps everywhere will rejoice.
And yeah,
Please wait while I enable
just a
access
really
to New
interesting
Haven.
show, and I remember I think toward the end they were kind of really grasping at ideas, and like some of the plots became kind of silly, but the show was kind of silly too, and you know, the acting of course was really good, you know, all around. But it's more so the cohesion, like they all seem to have this great chemistry as a group versus like, you know, an individual actor standing out and, you know, kind of pulling everyone. No, it's like they just had this great chemistry together. It seemed they all played very well off each other, and it just made the show. It's like it made you want to keep watching. And then I kind of stopped watching for a bit. You know, after the first like three, 4 seasons, and then, you know, like I'd catch one here and again. You know, after the show got like syndicated and you know, reruns were always being played, so I kind of catch up on episodes that way. But it wasn't until the streaming came on that I was like, you know, like I want to rewatch this and from start to finish. Made it.
In addition to that fact, which has probably burned a hole in your brain, the vault can only be opened once every 2 centuries, and that time is about to arrive.
Hey, this is where the cars land. Get you one.
Like, if anything, I was probably like a mixture of Malcolm and Craig Feldspar. Craig Feldspar was so funny. You know, I don't think I'm creepy like Craig, but, you know, he was just, you know, just this, you know, kind of geeky dude who, he was so in love with Malcolm's mom, and like he'd like daydream and fantasize about, you know, what life would be like with her. It's like, bruh. But yeah, I don't know, just like his passion he had for like nerdy geeky things. I'm like, yeah, like you know, that's something that jived with me pretty well. And I'm like, you know what? Craig's kind of a weird dude, but I can overlook that because he's got some good qualities too. That and I like re-binging The Wonder Years, which is another killer show.
Lots of stuff been showing up missing lately. Makes you wonder.
Boom. Pick up some requests. Oh. Let's finish this one first before we start knocking the rest out. Yeah, it's kind of a timeless show because, I mean, it takes place it's kind of interesting because the show itself takes place, you know, back in the 60s, you know, late 1960s, like it's like mid-late 1960s, but it's told from the perspective of the protagonist, but there's also, it's being narrated by his future self. It's like he's an adult now, you know, a grown man, you know, probably in his, you know, late 30s, early 40s, somewhere around there, and he's kind of reminiscing about his childhood and how great it was, you know, to kind of be a kid during that time. You know, I think in the first episode he kind of calls it, you know, it was kind of like a golden age for childhood or for kids, and so it's kind of a unique show. Like I've seen it done elsewhere too, but I don't think the show was as successful, and I don't remember the title. But if I remember, it was about this kid, or the show was about, it takes place in the 1980s, and this dude, like, it's like, I think there was like time travel involved or something, and this guy now, like, he goes back to being in middle school, but he has all the knowledge and all the experiences he has with him as an adult years in the future. I can't remember the name of the show. Like, I'm pretty sure it was short-lived. Like, I don't think that show went past a season or two. But, you know, that one was pretty good
Hey, you
as
see
well.
my
Anyway.
gun?
So yeah, that one I can easily binge because it's pretty timeless and it has a lot of great life lessons, and it does so without being overly preachy
I hope you're avoiding the negative element around.
about it. Yeah, it's just really good. It's something like you can, you know, even if you don't want to. Even if you don't want to, you know, binge it again and again, I think it's worth watching at least one time straight through. And just from what I remember, the show didn't really seem to drag or become repetitious in a way. Like, it had a nice pace to it, you know, and it's about, you know, a middle school kid who goes through middle school and he ends up, you know, it follows his life through middle school and through high school. And I think it's about 6 or 7 seasons. You know, it's not too long, and like I think the first season's a pretty short season. So definitely bingeable because there's a lot of material there. Jump. Oh, that's... I didn't mean to do that. I think I just misjudged the jump. Let's give it another shot. We can't get there from here. Darn it. Oh. Yeah, it's you know, if you want to sit down, you can probably knock it out pretty quickly. I mean, just depends on how much time you have and how dedicated you are. And, you know, I don't think you could knock this out in a weekend, but you can get through a good chunk. I mean, you could probably get through everything in maybe 2 weekends. 3 weekends would be easier. But it can be done. I did something similar once, back when Game of Thrones was still on. Like, I didn't really start watching it the first few seasons, but eventually I had a coworker, you know, finally it's like, you know, you should really check out the show and it would be up your alley, and finally I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll watch it, sure. But I didn't have HBO, but I had a buddy of mine who let me use his HBO account.
Hey there, stranger. Right this way.
So like I remember, like, we hung out, like it was like a Monday, and like we hung out after I got out of work, and he gave me his HBO credentials, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try to binge. So that Sunday was the season premiere of for season 4. So I'm like, I have a week basically to get through 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. And it's like, challenge accepted. So I sat there, and I think during the week I took it too easy. Like, I was really casual, watching like maybe 1 or 2 episodes a day during the week, and then like Friday night came, I'm like, you know what? We gotta put this into, you know, overdrive here, because we're gonna need to get through a lot. So like, I think I watched a couple more on Friday, and then but Saturday morning I woke up early and just,
Welcome to my shop.
I mean, I hardly left my room. Like, the only times I left my room were to like use the restroom. Again, I don't recommend it, but you know, to do this often, but it was pretty fun, you know, as a one-time thing. Yeah, I just sat there and got through it all. I don't know how,
It's hard to signal
but I sat there all of Saturday. You know, again, breaking for the rest, to shower, of course, and use the restroom and do that basic stuff, and then eat or run downstairs and grab snacks and stuff. But yeah, I hardly left my room that weekend. And then same thing on Sunday. I stayed up late, woke up early,
Hey, you see my gun?
binge, and I think I finished Sunday afternoon, like a couple hours before the season 4 premiere,
Hey, you here when the water's
and
gonna
I got
come
caught
back
up. But for anyone who's watched the show, it's so very there's a ton of characters, there's a lot of plot. The plot's pretty thickened sometimes, and there's multiple storylines going on at once, and this person's over here and this person's over there, and there's so much going on. It's hard to keep track of everything. So I would later have to go back to rewatch it to miss a lot, because I missed a lot of things. But I did it. It got done. Yes, you can. See Sequitting. Anyway, so I'm kind of looking here at the other quests I have, and most of these involve. This one, we go back to the Badlands. This one's kind of a tough quest, so I think we'll want to level up a bit more, maybe one more level. I think we can knock out these tetanus wearing quests first. That should put me easily at level 24, I'm guessing. Or close to it. But we'll save that. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're right about to level. Yeah, I'll hit 24 pretty soon. We're like 1 bar away. Anyway, so I think this is a good place to stop for now. We're running at about 37 minutes in the recording, so I think this should be fine. Thank you all for staying tuned. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on a future episode. And I'll catch you in the next one.